YouTube, how we doing today? Today we have a special video on my channel. We are going over graphics settings. I know BO7 just came out. Everyone wants the most W settings, the best settings that you can have. I've been playing the beta since the start last week. I think I have enough time spent on this game to kind of figure out the best settings that we have here. So yeah, let's get into the settings, man. And if you guys are new to the channel, please drop a like, drop a comment, and let me know what you think of the video. If you want me to do more of these, please let me know. All right, so first you want to go into the display tab and make sure that you are on full screen exclusive. I know some people like to run full screen borderless just for, tabbing out. I don't recommend this just because you want to optimize your frames. If you want to do it and you have a strong PC, you can do it. Me personally, I have like decent parts for my PC, but I kind of prefer being fully immersed in the game. So there's no, I'm not really changing this setting. Make sure your display monitor is set to the monitor you're using. That's obvious. Display adapter, please make sure that this is on your graphics card. Otherwise, it's going to be off the CPU graphics with AMD Radeon, as I have here. Just make sure this is your graphics card. Refresh rate, just put it on auto or the highest that you have. Display resolution, always want to be at 1920. Aspect ratio, automatic. Display gamma, I don't really mess with that. Nvidia reflex low latency, please make sure this is on plus boost. This will optimize your frames and system latency in general, as it describes right there. As far as eco mode, just have it on custom. I know some people like to run this on low consumption. I don't really like to mess with the setting just because I don't want it to not prioritize my game. As far as VSync, obviously gameplay and in the menus, please turn this off. This will save you a lot of frames, especially in game. For custom frame limit, I would recommend capping this to your refresh rate. So if you have 240, do 240. If you have 144, I would cap this at 144 based off your monitor hertz. Okay. As far as reduced menu resolution, I would put this on native. So I just kind of leave it there. I don't really touch any of these. Make sure focus mode is on 0. And then I don't really touch any of these as well. Reduce quality when inactive. I just turn this off. Okay. And then going into the quality tab, make sure that your render resolution is set to 100. Dynamic resolution is off. Fidelity CAS, I put this on 100. A lot of people said to put it on 80. You can adjust based off of your system. DLS, Nvidia DLS, I wouldn't recommend using Nvidia DLS just because the quality looks a little bit worse. However, if you have a lower ended graphics card, you can actually run this and turn this on, and it will give you a lot of frames. So a big, if you don't care about like how your game looks, and you want to sacrifice a little bit of that quality, this is good to turn on just because it gives you more FPS. For the VRAM scale target, I just leave this at 90. Variable rate shading, just make sure this is on. This also optimizes your frames. And as you can see, it just adjusts the level of detail at the top right. So yeah, just leave this on. This actually was proven to be giving you more frames. So yeah, as far as texture resolution, myself, I am more of a competitive gamer. So I like to run, low settings, even if I have a high system, just because I want to optimize my frames, whether you're streaming or whatever. I'm always streaming when I'm playing the game. And I just kind of run based off what the pros do, just to kind of like put myself at the best spot as far as frames. But texture resolution low, texture filtering low, depth of field off, detail quality low, particle resolution low, bullet impacts, you can actually turn this off. Persistent effects off, low. Demand texture streaming. Usually people put this on optimized. However, I use minimal. I don't want any of this to be kind of like in the way. I know when they first introduced this setting, I believe it was Modern Warfare 3. This was causing a lot of frame issues for people, so I just put it at the minimal option. And then allocated texture cache size. Make sure this is set to either 32 or 28. Local streaming quality, just make sure this is on low. And then shadow quality, I would just put this to normal so you can see shadows. Screen space shadows off, occlusion off, screen space reflections off, static low, terrain quality low, volumetric low, off, and then water quality off. This is going to be kind of like getting into more of the kind of core settings. What I recommend here is you turn motion reduction off. This is arachnophobia mode. I don't really, this is just for zombies, I'm assuming, so I don't really care. I could probably just leave it off. I don't know. If you're scared of spiders, then you can leave it off. But field of view, I usually run anything between 100 and 110. This is because the lower, the closer you have it to 100, your like aim assist will be stronger. And then weapon field of view, make sure this is on Y just so you can see around your weapon. Sometimes if you have it on default, it will block it. Third person, I don't really touch any of these settings. Just make sure world motion blur is off and weapon motion blur is off. This next one is kind of important. First person camera movement. If you have this on 100, your screen will shake when you're sliding and moving around, or just aiming in general, which will kind of throw your aim off. So please make sure that you have this setting off, or actually at least, I'm sorry, the least camera movement, so that you're able to aim in, sprint, slide, wall jump. There's a lot of stuff going on in this game. So just make sure these are both on 50, just so you don't have that much camera movement. And then I want to get into controller settings, just a rundown of what I'm using currently. So obviously I play controller, button layout, I play tactical. I've been playing tactical ever since BO1. And ever since I started Call of Duty, I just think it just fits, you know, my play style, and I just like crouching with my joystick. It's just better. And then, but it's to each their own. Like I know some people run default or flipped. So, yeah, I have for sensitivity, you want to kind of stay between the 1.5 to a 1.65. This is kind of the equivalent to 6 to 7, like 6 and 7 sensitivity, like we used to have. But now they changed it to the decimals. So I would kind of stick with a 1.6, 1.5, or a 1.65. And then you can either just, I don't really have any of these on. Controller vibration, obviously off. For dead zones, this is really, really important. Just make sure left stick min is set to, let me see. Left stick min is set to 1. Left stick max is at 70, just so you can strafe. Right stick min, it just depends on your controller and how old your controller is. This I put it to 3. This is kind of the sweet spot, but you can always play around with it and test the sensitivities in here. And then right stick max, I just leave it at 99. Left trigger, I have it on 2, and right trigger on 3. Some of my triggers are very sensitive. I do have the scuff controller that has like the mouse clicks, so they're very sensitive. So if I put this like at 0, it will start like, you know, moving my game around and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that is for the controller settings. And then for aiming advanced settings, make sure that when you go in here, you have ADS is instant instead of gradual. So instant, make sure this is on assist, and then your aim response curve is on dynamic. And then you don't have to touch any more settings in here. And when you go to movement, just make sure tactical sprint assist is on. And then your sprint assist delay, a lot of people don't know this, but if you have this at like 100 or something like that, or the default, it feels really clunky. And it just doesn't feel that good when you're sprinting or just moving your joystick forward. So have this to 0. Make sure all these are on. Movement advanced settings. You can actually grounded mantle. What is this? So plunging in the water, I just leave it at free. And then single tap run is what you want to have selected. So just make sure you guys kind of copy these settings, just because this kind of helps with moving forward. Yeah. And then for the aim down sight behavior, I don't really change any of these. You could change some of this, but I don't really mess with that. Another setting that you guys can take into account is the HUD. So you obviously have like your crosshair, all that good stuff. As far as the HUD bounds, you want to make sure that, I don't know where the setting is, but just make sure your HUD bounds are very closed in, so that you can look at the minimap and see the minimap. You don't have to look as far left for the minimap. So just kind of keep that in mind. That was kind of the basic settings that I had for Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I hope you guys are enjoying the beta. If you want me to make any more videos, or you want me to go in more in detail to these settings and why I have them selected, please let me know below. And I would really appreciate a sub and any likes that I can get on this video to kind of spread the word about these settings. And I appreciate you guys' support. I know I have to be posting a little bit more on YouTube. So yeah, Appreciate y'all. And yeah, if you guys have any questions or concerns in the comment section about any settings, please feel free to message me, and I'll get back to you right away. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, YouTube, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.